Today we are going to go over Pitta balancing herbs. Sorry, it's like backwards, so it's hard for me to tell. So we're gonna go over Pitta balancing herbs. I have actually been pretty sick this week, so it might be a little shorter today, but the best part about it Pitta is it actually doesn't require as many herb balancing because they are typically known for their good immunity system and their good digestion. And so a lot of times they don't need a lot to allow that to or to them to be balanced. So let me get on. Okay, let me share this PowerPoint. All right, let's do that. Okay, so understanding Pitta, fire and transformation. So exploring Pitta energy and herbal wellness. So what is Pitta? Pitta is a fire and water element in Ayurveda. So it's known a lot for its fire, but also its cooling. So that's why its digestion is good because its digestion is good with the fire and then the water is good for the cooling. So it kind of has a pretty good balance already. It's governed by digestion, metabolism, and transformation, or a lot of people will say immune system. So it's responsible for heat, sharpness, and intelligence. So usually we see like very detail-oriented people that find those little minute things. They're really good with sequences and learning math and things like that. Um, so the next is how to balance pitta. To maintain balance, focus on cooling, smoothing, hydration, foods, and herbs. Avoid excessive heat, spicy foods, and overstimulation. So these are the people that don't like those loud crowds as much. They don't want that spicy food or hot environments. So like, they wouldn't like an amusement park as much or like a concert with like spicy food. So they would probably like a cool indoor concert that is more chill. So the first herb that I really want to go over is aloe vera. It is cooling for the digestion and the skin and helps soothe inflammation. And it gives and it reduces that excess heat. Let me let Sam in. Hello. How are you? She's probably coming in. The shatavari herb, and this helps with, nourishment as well as cooling, and it helps with the pitta imbalance. It can help with menopause, PMS, and can be a stress reducer, and you typically take it in a powder or a tea form. Coriander is another good one. It aids with digestion without overheating because a lot of the digestive herbs are like they overheat pittas because usually in a night's at fire, that's why it helps with digestion. But this one doesn't overheat. But and it reduces the acidity and the inflammation. Fennel, which is also good for vata, but it helps with digestion even in pittas because it helps with bloating and calming your stomach. The go-to cola is supposed to be good for calming your mind and reducing stress and promoting mental clarity. And so I see this one a lot in the ADHD realm of things. So. Rose water is another one that's good for cooling and uplifting, supporting emotional balance and reducing excess pitta. So it's kind of sweet, but not too sweet. I'm gonna get it up. And then hibiscus. It's a great tea. It helps with cooling, helping with immune or cardiovascular health, and it actually helps with immune support as well. It's also sweet and more of a sweet tea. So, pittas love the sweet. Now, amla or Indian gooseberry is also really high in vitamin C and helps with digestion and immunity. This is good for pittas as well. Coconut, it's cooling and hydrating and reduces internal heat. So the like coconut water is really good to drink for pittas. My little pitta loves the coconut water. My little fire. And then licorice root, it's soothing for your digestion and respiratory system. So yeah, again, it seems like there's a lot for like soothing and calming that fire. And then mint, which is also good for vatas. It's good for cooling and it's cooling and refreshing, helps with digestion and mental clarity. Turmeric, which is one of my favorites. It's anti-inflammatory and balance pittas when used in moderation. And this one, actually, they started selling it at Kroger. I don't know if you've seen it there, but they started selling the actual root at Kroger. Usually, it's just the powder form, but it's over in the herb section. So I guess Alexa thought I was talking to her. Um, and then, okay, so these are spices that you can use in moderation, but you don't want to use them too much because they're cooling, but they're without being too or like they don't have that much heat. So there's a little bit of heat, but not that much. So orange peel, anise, caraway, cinnamon, parsley, cilantro leaves, tarragon, bay leaves, fenugreek, rosemary, thyme, almond extract, and allspice. So when I was doing Vata, I was talking about all of my experience with all of these herbs. And I don't have as much experience with these herbs because of the fact that I'm not Pitta I don't have much Pitta in me. Cinnamon, I love cinnamon. I've never had any bad effects from cinnamon. Parsley, I love parsley as well. And it took me a long time to like cilantro, but now I love it. So I use it all the time. Rosemary has so many different uses. I use that fairly often. I use it topically as well as internally. But yeah, the rest I don't have a whole lot of, I've never really used almond extract or tarragon, or bay leaves. I mean, I've had them in soups, but I've never used them as medicine. And fenugreek, I did try to grow it one time, and I did grow it, but it only made it like that. I made a bunch of it, like that big. It was more like a green. But hold on, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this because I did have a list. Let me see of what these did. The Hold on, let me just bring it up. Okay. So I didn't have time to put it in my PowerPoint. I need to share this part, I think. Yeah. Okay. I don't know if I'm in the way. Um, So this one goes over like exactly why each is good. So the orange peels adds cooling, slightly bitter flavor, and supports digestion without overheating. The anise is mildly sweet and cooling and soothes digestion and reduces bloating. Caraway aids in digestion and prevents acidity, but too much can be warming. So, just be careful with the caraway. Cinnamon supports digestion, circulation, but it's very warming. So, in small doses, it's good for pitta. That's probably why I like it so much because it's probably good for my circulation. See, that's why I have a hard time with pitta because I'm like, oh, I can do any of that, but pittas might have a harder time. So parsley and cilantro both help with detoxifying and supporting digestion, but overuse can be drying for pitta. So tarragon stimulates digestion, but it can be too pungent for pitta. Bay leaves helps with digestion and adds flavor, but can be mildly heating. Fenugreek balances blood sugar, but it is very warming, and so they need to use it lightly. Rosemary is stimulates the circulation and digestion, but can also be heating and in large amounts. Thyme supports immune system and digestion, but is best in moderation for pitta. Almond extract adds depth of flavor, but is slightly nutty and warming, and allspice has digestive benefits, but warming. So it also should be used sparingly. So basically, if it adds too much heat, it seems like that, like if it adds too much heat, that's when it throws you guys off balance. Let me go back to my PowerPoint. So, and okay, I gotta manage my screens over here. Okay, so that being said, we gotta go back to um the things that we should not use, the things that will heat you guys up and make you disorganized. So spices and herbs to avoid. So dried basil, because that's too drying and heating. Cayenne, clove, garlic, ginger, horseradish, marjoram, mustard seed, nutmeg, oregano, onion, paprika, poppy seed, sage, and savory mint. So basically anything that's going to be a little bit harsher. Yeah, I was going to say I think horseradish is on here and ginger, but yeah. So this can make you go into that. They're just too heating. Any type of pepper. Oh, you can have black pepper though. That was one thing that I thought was interesting is black pepper is okay. Because I was like, isn't that heating? But I don't know. I'm not I'm not an herbalist. So I did want to mention because we talk a lot about how pittas love sweets and sweets are really good for them to help get out of their like pitta like meltdowns when they're too hot. But I did find that sugar cane was the best way, sugar cane juice, which you see it here, it's green. I've never seen this in my life. So if any, let me know if you've had this or seen it. But unlike real sugar, this sugar cane is naturally cooling and it still has the actual benefits of the sugar cane in it, and it hasn't been all extracted yet. So it has that cooling effect, so it helps counteract that pitta. It also is hydrating and alkalining. Um, alkalizing and it helps with electrolytes and prevents dehydration and supports pitta. It also contains iron, magnesium, potassium, calcium. So of course the different elements that you need for when you're dehydrated, unlike the sugar cane that we get in the stores. Gentle digestion. It does not spike your blood sugar as aggressively as refined sugar, and reduces inflammation. So the best way to use it for pittas is to drink fresh sugarcane juice as a hydrating summer drink. I wonder how sweet it really is. I wonder if it's like coconut water where it's like it's got a little bit of sweetness to it, or what it really tastes like. Um, so yeah, like if you're craving sweets, this is a good alternative than the refined sugar. It pairs well with cooling herbs like mint, fennel, etc. for the extra benefits. So overall, Pitta governs digestion, metabolism, and mental sharpness. It balances cooling herbs and food. Avoid overheating, stress, excessive spiciness. And if you wanted to learn more, I don't know why I put this in here, join my group. And then what is your favorite cooling herb, guys? What's your favorite? Oops. So Pitta is a lot shorter. Um, yeah. You just gave what to Jesse today?
I made him some tea because his
Uh-huh.
throat was hurting,
Uh-huh.
and it was the Indian gooseberry tea, and I was trying to tell him all
Ooh.
about it. And
Ooh.
it's so sour, it's so good. I love it too, but I mixed his with green tea, so I didn't think it was gonna taste super good mixed together. But what'd you say it tasted like? Sour sushi or something? Sour sushi roll. Sour sushi roll.
Did you get it in a powder form?
Tea bags, like
Okay.
already
Yeah.
made tea bags.
So I need to get a new one because the one I had, it was powder, but it was like super fine. I can't even remember what it tastes like now, really. But I was thinking more bitter than sour, so I do like sour things.
Yeah, it's really tart.
Yes. Yeah. Have you ever had sugar cane?
No, but I was very interested in what you were saying on that for sure because, like, you can't just buy it at the store, can you? How do you even get it? But it sounds like I
Yeah.
want to try it really bad.
You're like, I need it in my
I
life.
just think that would be fun to just know, like, the root of all the sugar that we get all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, the actual sugar. I don't know why they don't process it and make it more. I don't know. It's not in pop culture yet. Maybe it goes rancid easy. I don't know, but I feel like we could put some lemon in it. It wouldn't be
Hmm.
fun. I don't know.
I was gonna cut it up in little pieces and feed it to Jesse.
Be like, take this. Yeah. So, yeah, I knew today would be shorter. Number one, I don't have as many stories about Pitta other than, my experience with other people. And number two, I'm not feeling as good today. So, but do you guys have any
Do
questions for me?
you have any questions, Jesse?
I have
Questions?
some questions.
What's your questions?
What's we're talking about dojas right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're talking about Pitta.
you.
Well, we're coming into spring. What foods am I supposed to be eating?
Okay,
'Cause I'm
so
gonna be getting hot.
this is really on herbs, but Pitta, like,
Get with it,
I'm
Jesse.
sorry.
You're
That's a good
supposed to be the mental
question. I have
clarity
to look
man.
that one up. I don't know. I see again, I have less information on Pitta because I know they don't need fire. I was thinking when I was preparing for this, I prepared for this one way more than the other ones because I'm like, I already know those because like Kapha
Hmm.
and Bata, I'm pretty good with, but Pitta is a mystery to me. So,
Well,
because I know
That's
you
literally
need
what she talked about.
I researched the herbs for today, but I didn't research the foods for today. So that would be something I could do later.
I'm
Another
sorry.
time.
I was off in La La Land.
He was zoned out. He said maybe some herbs that will cool me. I said, Jesse, that's literally what this whole presentation was about.
Well,
He's in Jesse land. So we'll review the footage.
some mint, some
Yeah.
yeah, some mint, some
Oh yes, we have mint in the
coriander.
garden.
Mm-hmm. We have a bunch of mint in the garden. And why do we have a bunch of mint in the garden?
Because my wife wants to throw plants everywhere.
Because Mary Heather brought us some.
And my Heather
Because
likes to throw plants
because
everywhere.
that is the thing that stays too.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
No doubt.
You brought us different kinds too, so we have to taste them to see which one it is.
Yeah, yeah. Like which one is this one?
Spearmint, and there's a chocolate one, I think, in there.
Yeah. I have chocolate mint, but it doesn't do very well because I didn't plant it in the ground. I might plant it out a little piece of it out back this year because I like having a lot of mint. Spearmint's my favorite, I think. Well, chocolate mint is, but I don't have very much of it, so I don't use it very often. But chocolate mint is really good.
I feel like
So,
this is a really dumb question, but is because it looks similar. visually. Is lemon balm a mint?
It is a mint, yes.
It is?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's in the mint
Yeah,
family.
see, you found
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
got a square, it's got a square stem.
Mm, okay. Cool. Cool.
Yes, it is cooling, but it wasn't one of the herbs for Pitta, but it is for Vata. So
Hmm.
I don't know why that is.
Oh, Jesus, you're so perfect.
What?
He's talking to the dog. Walter,
Oh,
be quiet. Goodness gracious.
it's fine. It's fine. No, this is fun. So next week I'm gonna do kapha, and then the following week we're gonna have a guest speaker from one of my ladies that does like good herbal remedies. And so she's gonna talk about her experience with different herbs. So that's gonna be exciting. And then also in the group, I'm gonna be making some changes this week. So stay tuned. Check it out. There's gonna be some I'm gonna rearrange some stuff in there, and I'm gonna add some more modules, and so I got a lot of ideas up here. I'm just gonna start putting it down. So yeah, but once we do the doshas, I need some topics on what you guys want me to do next. I was thinking about maybe doing like an element a week or some type of like, some type of, yeah, something like that. But if you guys have other ideas, I'll totally do that too. So just let me know.
Sounds good.
All right. I will see you guys later. Thanks for joining.
Bye. Thank you.
You have a good evening.
You
Bye-bye.
too.
See you later.